to get to know something new, something that has transformed so many people's lives, and it can also transform yours. So a bit of my history. Fred Gichuki is a trained hotel manager. I went to school, studied hard, did institutional management, and graduated in college. And I was very excited. And I knew that I was going to get a very good job, live a nice life, because I bought into the story where you are told by your parents, study hard, get good grades, and everything will be okay. But when I went looking for a job, things were not as rosy as I thought, because I was trained to be a manager. And some of my colleagues at my place of work, no, sorry, the ones that we were in school with, actually did get very good management jobs. Some got company cars and all that. So I knew my future was set. When I saw their lives changing, I said, even mine is going to change. But after staying at home for a while, I realized it wasn't going to happen that way. Somebody told me, get in a job and then work your way up the corporate ladder. I'm sure you've heard of that story, where you start from the bottom and then you climb the corporate ladder. So I found myself working as a cook, earning very little money. Then I went on to become a waiter, then a receptionist, and all this in the attempt to climb the corporate ladder. And when I was working as a receptionist in a Christian establishment, I was enjoying my job. I loved my job. I was a very good employee. I used to be the best employee of the year and all those things. I remember being given a blanket and them taking a picture and putting it up saying best employee, and being taken for lunch worth 500 shillings. That was a recognition. But what I didn't like about my job were the long working hours, the kind of work that you had to do, because yes, at that point I was working as a supervisor, but I still had to do crazy things like cook, I don't know, cleans, go fix when at night when there's a problem with the plumbing, you're there, you're now a plumber, as in you're the security guy. It was crazy. And you're being told now you're in the management. So I didn't like that very much. And then again, one thing I didn't like is the fact that when I am working, when other people are enjoying life, I am working. In December, when people go on holiday, I am fully in employment. And that's when we are very, very busy. In the evenings, when people are having coffee and all that, I am working. So I didn't like that. And I was looking for a way to come out of the corporate world, because I had not gotten the management position I was looking for. The hours were too long. The working conditions were not very exciting, working very long hours. So a stranger came and offered me this opportunity. He told me, Fred, there's something you can do part-time. He said 2 to 3 hours a day, and it can transform your life. Well, I didn't need to be told twice. I jumped in immediately. I got in and I started doing this business part-time. I didn't understand it much. And for the guests who are on the call, I can tell you for a fact, you might not understand it in your first seminar. But me, what I got was that there are people who are making money, and they were making money by helping other people make money. That is what I got. And I said, I looked at my list of friends and relatives and everybody, and I said, I have so many of these guys. If I only show them this opportunity, then I become a millionaire. It was as simple as that. I mean, I didn't need so much explain. So I jumped in immediately. I started doing the business. Initially, it was a bit tough. I won't lie to you, because it was a new thing. I was bringing it to my parents, to my relatives, to my brothers, my sisters. And prior to that, I had tried several other opportunities, which unfortunately never worked very well. And I lost a lot of money, my own money and my dad's money. And at home, they knew that this guy tries out things which never work. So I didn't have a very good reputation. So when I went home with this new venture that you're going to become millionaires and travel, my parents were a bit skeptical. And I wouldn't blame them for that because they had lost a few shillings through me. But I was stubborn. I said, I have to do this thing and see where it's going to take me. The only way you can know whether something will work is by doing it, not by listening to hearsay and all these things. And for the guests on the call, I want to tell you one thing. Success requires somebody who can be stubborn. When you see an opportunity and you are sure you have weighed the options, you take a risk, you jump in and you do it. But if you're the kind of person who first consults every Tom, Dick, and Harry, then so many opportunities are going to pass you by. And I always say this because I tried several businesses which had failed, but I learned something from those businesses which prepared me for neo-life, because I learned that in business you can lose money. There's a lot of capital you need to invest, and you need a lot of capital to do big business. But when I came to neo-life, I found that you needed very little capital, but you can build a huge business that can pay you millions. To me, that was enough for me to get started. And I remember my first check from Neolife was a check I was given for about actually it was $3, 300 shillings. And I was so excited about that check. I went home, showed my parents. They thought I was crazy. How can you be excited by a check of $3? Are you normal? But you see, for me, it was a beginning. I knew one thing, that if I worked harder, I would earn more. And that's what entrepreneurship is all about. You start small, but you grow it big. You see, most people, when you're an entrepreneur, it's not like employment where you get a fixed salary. An entrepreneur, you start from scratch and you grow. And so I worked out the business. In about 7 months, I became a director. As a director, my check I got was for $300. That's about 30K Kenya shillings. That was an awesome check for me. It was more than my pay, so it was a major deal. Then I was given the title director. That was awesome. I went on building the business, became a world team member. World team member now got me into the big league because I got into $1,000 plus. And let me tell you, it was exciting to be a world team member. Because my boss, the assistant general manager, was earning about $1,000. I was earning more than him because I was earning my check from New Life. By then, I'd already been promoted. The funny thing about life is you start a venture that is actually giving you some income. Other people want to give you money, because I was promoted to a manager by my boss, and he did it knowing that I was doing Neolife, and he had seen me grow in Neolife to become a leader. So he said, this guy has leadership potential. If he can do Neolife and succeed, then he can also do this job. So I was given a management job, and I thank Neolife and the training I got on leadership for that. And now I had much, much more money than I expected. I bought my first car. It was so exciting. It was a Toyota Corolla, not worth a lot of money, but it was mine. And I had the keys. I could go to a restaurant and put them on the table. So for the guests who are here, I want to tell you one thing. My life has changed, and the life of my family has changed, because somewhere along the way, I got married to a very beautiful lady. And I met her. She was my customer. I sold her a tree, and she told me I volunteered to deliver to her doorstep, and the rest is history. So if you're single out there, maybe this might be something that you need to look at. I know today we will also hear from a lady who also got married to her client. I think that's one thing that Neo Life has specialized in rather. So guests and distributors, I just want to get into it and show you, what is this thing that we are so excited about? What is this thing that has transformed our life and that is continuing to transform lives of many people across the world? And more importantly, how can you benefit from this opportunity? How can you transform your life and the lives of your family through this opportunity? If you look at my screen, it says you're on a mission to make the world a healthier and happier place. That is our mission. That's a company's mission. And that's a mission that I also adopted myself, because I said, I'm also, my goal in life is actually to make the world um, a healthier and a happier place. I adopted the company's mission because you live better, you enjoy life more if you can make somebody else have a smile on their face. Now, where does it all start? It starts with a dream. What is it that you want to achieve? That's the first thing. Is it a house? Is it a car? Is it travel? Is it financial freedom? Are you stressed financially? Are you looking for an extra income, or have you been retrenched where you are working, or is there some threat of retrenchment? Because you find that, like right now, there's somebody was sending me a message telling me he was a counselor on HIV and he was retrenched. So you find that people are looking for solutions. They're looking, everybody has something that, especially during this COVID-19 period, people's finances have been affected, people's lifestyles have been affected, and we are all looking for a way out of it. Now, here is a solution for you. If you open your mind, you open your heart, and you're ready to listen, I guarantee you that this is an opportunity that you can take that can help you achieve any of the things that you see on the screen. Whether it's a house, whether it's a car, whether it's travel, whether it's financial freedom, you can do it. Now, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but we normally tell you, give yourself 2 to 5 years. In 2 to 5 years, you can be totally financially free. You can be driving the car of your dream. When I was sharing, I mentioned that one of my goals was to drive a car. I started the Toyota 100. Later, I bought a Toyota Wish. Today, I drive a Toyota Harrier. I mean, if you had told me when I was earning 10,000 as a receptionist that one day I would be driving a car worth more than £1 million, I would have told you are crazy, you know. But with Neo Life, things can change and life can change. So whether it's a house, whether it's financial freedom, you're in the right place. And I can guarantee you that if you stick around with us, definitely some of these things are going to change in your life. Now, let's look a little bit at the industry that you're a part of, because Neolife is a part of what we call the network marketing industry. And when people hear network marketing, they get scared. They think it's about selling. The reason why I'm seated here is because I was told you don't have to sell. And that's the truth. You don't have to sell to make money in our business. It's a smart way of making money where you don't have to sell. Now, what do you look for when you're looking at a network marketing company? And what does our company have that can attract anybody, or that promises you that you can build a solid business? The first thing, longevity. This company has been around since 1958. It's created so many millionaires, so we are not trying out. We have created several. You'll just be one of the many who has come through the system. It's one of the original companies that got into network marketing at very early stages in America when it started. We have very unique products. We have a research department, or a research section called the Scientific Advisory Board, made of scientists who are well reputable, who do presentation even in WHO and other big NGOs out there, where they talk about health. And our products are 100% organic and natural, and they are unique. You cannot get them anywhere. That's the beauty about it. When you're dealing with a unique product, then your market is guaranteed. But if you're dealing with a product that everybody is dealing with, then, I mean, you will be in trouble. Then to start off, you don't need much money. The cost of getting involved is actually minimal. Then another thing is international expansion. Our company is in about 56 countries now. We opened Mozambique the other day. And not online. We have a physical presence where we have a warehouse, and we have products, and we have staff employed in 56 countries. That tells you this company is stable and they know what they are doing. Yeah, I know there are many other companies that say, oh, we are in 147 countries or 300 countries. And they don't have a physical presence in any of them. They only have a website. And those are fly-by-night companies. Neolife has a physical presence, an office, and staff employed in 56 countries. Now, let's look at network marketing and try to unravel it a bit, especially for anybody who is new in network marketing. Number one, network marketing is not a get rich quick scheme. Like I said, you have to put in some effort. It's not a pyramid scheme. Yeah. There's a difference between a pyramid scheme and genuine network marketing. Because in a pyramid scheme, there is no product, there is no service. You're told, bring some money, and then your name climbs. I don't know which ladder it climbs. You bring some people, they bring their money. It's money chasing money, and that's an illegal structure. We've had several of those in Kenya, and I know many people have lost their money. The way you know whether something is genuine or not, do they have a product that they are selling? Does that product add value to people's lives? Yeah. Do they have a service that they are selling? Do you have targets? Is there something that you have to move to be paid? Is there business happening? When I was in school, we were told that business happens when a
But
good
I know he has
or a
achieved
service
more. Most of the company, most
exchanges
of the business
hands,
started from
and there's some remuneration that takes place. Yeah, that's when business happens. But this situation whereby you're told bring people and your name climbs a ladder, well, that's just a pyramid scheme, and that's an illegal thing. Now, what is network marketing? It's a system of distributing goods and services from the wholesale manufacturer to the consumer through a distributor. Yeah. And some of the keys of building a solid business, we've talked about distribution of goods and services, global reach. You want to build a business that you can start in Kenya that can grow all over the world. And Neolife gives you that kind of business. Leverage, you don't need to work. Like now, I'm here in Kenya. When I'm sleeping, I have distributors in America. Um, I'm able to earn from what they're doing. So when I'm sleeping, my business is still working. Now that's what we call working smart, and that's what we call leverage. Then, of course, you need to have consumable, unique, high quality products. I mentioned about that. A simple system that can be understood by anybody across the board. And very important, timing. The timing of a business also matters so much. Right now in the COVID period, everybody is looking at online business, online work. They're looking at working from home. They're looking for starting a business that doesn't have a lot of startup capital. We have the right opportunity for people right now. Uh, Now, let's look at our products because we mentioned about high quality products. Starting off, we have what we call the golden home care range. Here we have a product called G1 Laundry. These are detergents for cleaning the house. G1 Laundry is for washing clothes. You simply soak your clothes, give them 30 minutes, remove, rinse, hang. You don't scrub. Yeah, it's an amazing product. You buy a packet of 2 kilos, you use it for close to a year. The economy of these products is amazing, and there is absolutely no scrubbing of clothes. Yeah, I tell you, our home care range is absolutely fantastic. You need to try it out. The products are all organic, they are natural, there are no chemicals in them. A research that was done in South Africa proved that when you use chemical detergents, you run a 30% chance of getting cancer. And that's why our company has focused on building natural and organic cleaning products. Another range of products are the personal care, where you have the shampoos, the conditioners, the lotions, and all that. This is an amazing product. Most of all of them based on aloe vera. And let me tell you, like the hand and body lotion is just a product that is amazing. Leave your skin very moist, and you feel very, very good. I remember my kids were getting a bit of acne, and I told them, don't use Vaseline or anything like that, just use hand and body lotion. And that acne disappeared. So these are amazing products that we have right here. Then you have a skincare range. Our skincare range is exceptional. Um, there is a product here we call Rich Revitalizing Moisturizer, and another one we call the Izone, the Instalift Izone Gel. And these products, when you use them, you find that they reduce fine lines and wrinkles on your face by 1%. So you find that in 30 days, you look 30% younger. I can show you many distributors who joined Neolife when they were very old, but they have become very young, courtesy of our products. So if you want to look younger for longer, then I can tell you one thing, you're in the right place at the right time with the right company. Last but not least, we have our supplements These are awesome products. Let me tell you, our nutritional range is just out of this world. If there are products that have made a big difference in my life, they are the nutritionals. When I joined this company, my mom had pressure, my dad had ulcers. They used Neolife products and their issues were sorted out. This is more than 20 years later. They live a normal life. My dad can eat anything he wants. He has no restrictions. Before he couldn't eat skumawiki, he couldn't eat githeri, he couldn't eat this, he couldn't eat that. My mom's pressure has been stable for the longest. She still goes for checkups and all that. She's still under the care of the doctor, but she doesn't have a crisis because of pressure. So guests, if you are here, let me tell you, health is your greatest wealth. And especially now in the COVID times, you need our products, the zinc, the vitamin C to boost your immunity so that your body can fight for you in case you're infected by COVID. Last but not least, we have a product called Supergrow for farming. You spray it on your crops, it gives you double and triple the harvest that you're looking for. It's an amazing product, and I can tell you that's one product that has really built and grown my business, especially in Central Province and Eastern Province, and those kinds of places. So we have a lot of products for the guests. The person who invited you will give you more briefings about the products. But let's see, how do you make money? How do you make money? If you're dozing now, you need to wake up because now you're talking about money. Now, to make money from Neolife is very simple. Number one, you need to get to partner with Neolife. Come and partner with Neolife. When you partner with Neolife, you get what we call a starter kit. It's a bag which has some literature, catalogs. It has details about the products. It has receipt books and all that. Then you also get a free website. You get a free back office. And all these things are meant for you so that you can be able to build your business. And I can tell you, the way we are doing it nowadays is amazing. Like right now, there's a day I remember I sent a link to somebody in Abu Dhabi. He clicked on it. He joined my business in Uganda. And today is a manager, going senior manager with a team that is growing. I mean, it's amazing how business is happening. I sent a link the other day to a lady in Canada. She joined, she's buying products. I'm earning from what she's doing when I'm still in Kenya. You can actually build a global business by the tools that you get once you become a member. And when you look at it in terms of business, imagine if you're starting your own business. How much money would you need to invest to have a business that you can open a branch in America, in Europe, in Canada, in South Africa, in Uganda, Tanzania? I mean, you'd need a fortune, and not many people can afford that. But with Neolife, you have that at your fingertips. You can get on your phone at the back office with a click of a button, and you've actually gotten your business across the border to another country. So that all happens when you become a member. You become a distributor by purchasing a kit or getting a kit. And once you get a kit, you become a partner of Neolife. Note, you don't become an employee, you become a partner. Now, as a partner of Neolife, you get a title, the distributor, which means you'll be distributing products directly from Neolife to the consumer. Now, you've joined Neolife. What is the next step? The next step is that you do what we call the 3 daily success habits. What are the 3 daily success habits? Very simple. I said you don't have to sell in your life. And that's the truth. You don't have to sell. The 3 daily success habits you do is number 1, use the products. By just using Neolife products, at the end of the month, you can get a check. Last month, one of my customers bought products for her own use, for her family, and she got a check. And she was like, what? Why are you guys paying me? I told her, you did some business by just buying your own goods, yeah? So the first thing is use your product. Second thing, share the products. Tell people your excitement about the products. Tell people how the products have changed your life, yeah? And the third thing is share the opportunity. Tell people that they can join or share this information with somebody, that they can join a business, start building a business with Neolife and attain financial freedom and change their lives through Neolife. And when you do this, use the products, share the opportunity, what will happen? Number 1, you will get some customers. People will start buying from you. Number two, you'll get some people who will join your business, like Tom, Mary, and Joe in the example that you can see. These are people who become distributors like yourself, and they will start duplicating exactly what you're doing. So they'll start using the products, they'll share the products and the opportunity, they'll start achieving personal growth by coming for training like you have just come for training. So their lives will start changing. They'll start transforming their lives and growing their business as well. They'll get some customers who will start buying from them. And how do they get customers without selling?
Sorry, Fred, your screen is not moving.
It's not. Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank
so
you.
where is it? Where is it?
You can do enable editing. Upon you, enable editing.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I didn't know that was.
Now we can see it. Thank you, Fred.
So where had it stopped? Patricia. Okay, let me just take it. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can see it now. Just continue from where you were.
Okay, so we've said you partner with Neolife, you become a distributor. And as a distributor, we tell you to do the 3 daily success habits, where you use the products, share the products and the opportunity, you attend training and grow as a person. And when you do those 3 things, you get 3 people, Tom, Mary, and Joe, and you help them to do exactly what you're doing. And by getting those 3 people and them duplicating your efforts, you can actually grow a business that will get you to a level we call director. As a director, then your income becomes very exciting, because as a director, you find that your income goes from 50,000 shillings and above. 50,000 shillings and above. And remember, this is all part-time. When I became a director, my check was actually 30,000 Kenya shillings. And that to me was very, very exciting. Nowadays, directors are earning a lot of money. There are some directors earning over 100,000 shillings and above. And that's incredible money. You can imagine getting 100K on top of what you are earning right now on a part-time basis by just engaging in a business that you're doing online. Now, the next thing that becomes interesting is when you go out and you help Tom, Mary, and Joe to become directors. When you do that, you become a World Team member. World Team member means that you are earning in excess of 150,000 Kenya shillings. And if you take it further and you get 6 directors in your team, then you get to over 350,000 shillings on a monthly basis. And this becomes very, very exciting. Now, remember, it's part-time. You can do it in the evening. You invest 2 to 3 hours in a day in your business, and you can be able to do this kind of business. Now, we have many people who have done this, so it's not it's not a theory thing. And there are many leaders on the call who have achieved what I've just shown you over here. Several people on this call have earning more than 350,000 on a monthly basis. So it is not theory. It is something that is real, and you can also do it. And we can train you on how to do it, more importantly. Now, it doesn't stop there. When you get to World Team, it means that you now qualify to start traveling. And what you need to do simply to become a World Team member is to become a director and help at least one person to become a director like you. And then you start traveling. This shows you some places that we have been. When I became a World Team member, I remember our first trip was to South Africa. And I remember traveling with Anyang and Kiraitu Murungi, which was quite exciting. And since then, we've traveled quite a bit. We've been to America twice. We've been to Mexico, Mauritius, so many places. Hong Kong, China, we were there. Dubai, we were there. In fact, I have distributors from Dubai that I met when we went down there in Abu Dhabi. So for the guests who are here, if your passion is to travel, I know right now we have COVID restrictions, so it's a bit dicey, but that will change and we'll be back in the skies and we'll be traveling all over. I just want to tell you and assure you that this is something that you can do. It's something doable. And the good thing is that you have mentorship. You have people who are going to mentor you. If you're available and you're patient, you can actually succeed. Now, before I finish, I just want to call a lady who is on this call. This is a lady who has done this business very seriously. I know we've traveled with her. Remember, we went with her to London and a couple of other places she will tell you. And she's very, very excited about this business. So Patricia, please take it away.
Thank you, Fred. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. My name is Patricia. Fred, that was an awesome session as always. Now, my name is Patricia. I've been in this opportunity for quite a number of years. I came across this opportunity straight out of the university. And I thought that with my honors degree in biology and chemistry, I thought I'd automatically get a job. But I realized simply because you're well educated is no guarantee you'll ever find a job. I'm married. I always forget to say I'm married. I'm married now to Philip Oinaina, a tall, kind-hearted, handsome gentleman who incidentally I met through this business. He was my client. So like Fred, I got married to my client. So you never know. We always say in your life is a holistic opportunity. So there I was out of the university, looking for a job, getting absolutely frustrated. I'm blessed to come from a large family. We are 8 children. I've got 5 tall, handsome brothers and 2 very beautiful sisters. So we're not a rich family, we're not a poor family, we're a middle income family. So you can imagine, I'm the firstborn, I've left the university, and every time I have to think of going into town, I have to ask my mother for 20 shillings. Now, that used to kill me. So I remember one day in utter frustration, I called a friend. This friend is very special because she was actually my lecturer in the university, but one of these lecturers who ended up being my big sister. In fact, she even ended up being our best mate. I mean, that's how special Professor Anne Mugai has become to our lives. So I called her and I told her how frustrated I was. And she was like, Patricia, I found something you can do that can make you some money and keep you very busy. So I asked her, what is that? Those days, as I said, there were no Zoom meetings. In fact, I remember I called her from a phone booth. So I've been in this business for quite a number of years. There's some people on the call who do not know phone booths existed. You go with coins and you're praying to God that your coins don't get swallowed, as we used to say. So the following day, I went to her house. She explained the business to me, just like Fred has explained to us. And friends, I understood nothing. So if you're on this call and you have not understood a word of what has been said, don't worry, you have plenty of company. In fact, when I look back and I ask myself why I joined Neolife, I joined Neolife because first of all, I trusted the person who told me. I knew Anne could not be getting me into anything that was bad.
You're frozen, Patricia. Patricia, are you there?
If you don't have the money to start this business, especially if you're working and you've worked a number of years, financially you are in the red because you need to change your situation. I borrowed the money from a friend and I started. And God is very interesting. I took a leap of faith to join Neolife, and a few weeks later I got a job. So I enjoyed the people interaction my job gave me, but I realized a job is nothing but a stepping stone. It's not a bad thing, but it's only a stepping stone because you're working so hard to make somebody else's dream come true and not yours. Luckily for me, after 2 years, I lost my job. Why do I say luckily? I feel that sometimes God has such big plans in your life that unless he throws you to the deep end, you will not learn how to swim. So when I lost my job, I thought to myself, I am never, ever going back to an 8 to 5. And my father told me that, at some point in life, you'd still need to think of running your own business. it's better to do these things when you're younger. It doesn't mean if you're older, don't worry. If you're older, it doesn't mean that you can't do this business. But he said it's better to do these things when you're younger. So I took his advice and I decided to do the business full time. And friends, I always say Neolife was, it's one of the greatest blessings I've had in my life. Of course, like every business or like anything in life, I've had my highs, I've had very high highs, and I've had very low lows. The lows in the business are self-doubt, wondering whether I would ever be able to make it in this business, and going through a lot of rejection from people telling me I had wasted my time to go to the university to do this business. The thing of when you're struggling so much and you don't even have bus fare and you have to walk to town. And I remember at that point, I was living with my parents in South Sea. And because I was too embarrassed for people to see me walking on Uhuru Highway, I used to take the longer route. For the ones who know the local geography of Nairobi, I'd leave South Sea, walk to Nairobi West, connect to Don Bosco, go through Upper Hill, so now I can connect to Hill Selassie. So now I walk into town. So that would take me about 45 minutes to an hour. And I remember one day walking to town and walking back because I didn't have bus fare. And I thought, wow, I remember there's a neighbor who had indicated that she was interested in some of our products. So I passed through her house to see whether she would give me the money to buy the product for her. Because friends, by the time I was joining this business, I had no income. So where was I going to get the money to buy products for people? One of the things that I feel God has blessed me with is, I call it a blessing. I say it's a blessing. And when God gives you certain talents, they are there to serve people. So one thing I've realized about people even is that they trust me. All these years, I have not built Neolife with my money. I think I only have I have less than 5 clients who want me to buy products upfront and then cash on delivery. No, less than 5 clients. Most of my clients, they pay upfront. So I had passed by to pick the money to buy the product or products, and I think she was having a bad day. So she went on and told me I'd wasted my parents' money to go to the university to do this business. And I remember feeling I do not need to hear this at the end of the day when I worked for almost 2 hours and I am hungry and everything. So I balanced my tears. I quickly excused myself and I walked out of her house and I walked out of her gate. The moment I left her gate, I broke down and I cried. Okay, for the people who see me on the call, they don't know I cry. I cry a lot. So, but usually I don't cry in public. But I remember I cried, and that was the turning point in my business. I told myself, nobody has the right to condemn me, to tell me that things cannot work. Who are they? They're not God. And I told myself I was going to work this business with God's grace, of course, and build a big business and be able to achieve some of my dreams. So my highs in this business are I've been able to make investments that I never thought possible. I really thank God when I look at the investments I've been able to make with a lot of sacrifice, I agree. But it's nice when you see that the work you do, that the sacrifices you make have been translated into tangible things. I've been able to be healthier. Before Neolife, I used to struggle a lot with my back, with my knees, with my joints. That time I was in my 20s, I'm now 46. And the doctor would be like, but why are you having issues with your joints? You're not old, you have no children, you're not overweight. But courtesy of the lifestyle we have learned in Neolife and the products, I've been able to manage my back issues, my joint issues, my fatigue issues, to a point that I'm able to pursue one of my greatest hobbies, which is to climb mountains. I've done Mount Kenya 3 times. I trust to do it for the 4th time this year and to reach Point Lenana. I've done Kilimanjaro 4 times. I trust to do Kilimanjaro for the 5th time this July and actually reach Uhuru Peak. And I say, I mean, there's nothing as good as living the life of your dreams. One of my biggest dreams is to summit the Everest. And so I pray to God that one day I'll be able to do it. It's one of the reasons that I have an incentive to take care of my health, because I'm like, wow, some of these challenges are so big that you have to do them with good health. I've been able to help so many people. My dad had issues with high blood pressure, with ulcers. Courtesy of the products, he's been able to manage all that. Yeah. I mean, the satisfaction of being able to help people is something I say you cannot put a monetary value on. And as I said earlier, I'm married courtesy of Neolife because I got married to my client and I never knew. In fact, I always joke with my hubby that he was the last person I ever thought I would get married to. I don't even know how it ended up, but anyway, here we are on our 3rd year, and it's a blessing, yeah, to meet your life partner, to meet somebody who is so supportive, emotionally supportive in this business, because he knows what this business is doing for our lives. So guests on the call, you may look at the people presenting and think, my goodness, would I ever be able to talk like that? I sent a recording of one of the sessions we did to a friend because she's actually one of the blessings Neolife has given me, because courtesy of our products and of course God's grace, she was able to conceive at a mature age. So when we were doing the fertility program the other day, she said, kindly send me a recording. So I recorded it, I sent it to her, and she was like, Patricia, you can teach. And I was like, amazing. I never thought I would ever teach anybody. But you see, the personal growth that you get in your life, the support you get in your life, if you're in the right team, who love you, people who support you, people who believe in you. I always say, if it was not for my uplines, I would never be in this business. If it was not for my crosslines also, I'd never be in this business. I mean, I look at Pascal, I look at Hansi, I look at Fred, Judy, all these people. They teach you, they show you how the business works. It's a business that you build such solid relationships that it's just a wow. When I say in your life you have a family, that is true. I always say I have my Neolife family. So guests, you can do this business so long as you have a dream, so long as you're teachable, so long as you're available, you can do this business. Let nobody tell you you cannot do it. Whenever you feel discouraged, we are here to encourage you. So Fred, I hand back to you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story.
Well, thank you so much, Patricia. That was a very powerful testimony, as usual. Guess you have it. That is it. What does it take to succeed in this business? I'll just do a very quick summary. Number one, you need a dream. You need a reason. You need a why. It can be the car you want to drive, the house you want to live in. Maybe you want to live in a better house. Maybe you want to travel the world. It can be all those. Or on the other side of the coin, we say you also need a nightmare. If you have a challenge, a financial challenge, and you're wondering, how do I make ends meet? This is an opportunity that can take you from grass to grace. You've heard Patricia's story. She came from a student to somebody who is making very good money with Neolife. So if you have something that you want to achieve with your life, then this is the right place for you. If you have a dream, a desire, and that's the second thing that you need a burning desire. That thing that tells you, yes, I am here where I am, but I know I'm not meant to be here for long. I know that I am headed for greater things. I used to have a burning desire to change my life. And I used to tell my colleagues, one day I'll be earning a 6-figure income. And they thought I was crazy. And it happened with Neolife. But that desire is what actually helps you to grab an opportunity like this and run with it. Yeah. The next thing you need is that you need to work. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You have to pay the price. In our business, we say TTP equals BYB. Talk to people equals build your business. Of course, some will say yes, some will say no. Some will discourage you. That's normal. I always say this. Even Jesus Christ was rejected, and he was God himself. So what about you and me who are mortal human beings will be rejected the more. So rejection is part of it, and you just have to learn to go through it and focus on your goal. The interesting thing is that the people who reject you, when you become successful, you find them joining, and this time you don't even need to ask them. They join without you asking them, and that's the exciting thing about it. So get in, don't listen to the discouraging committees, be stubborn, focus on your dream, and come for training. Be available, be teachable. Because if you're available and teachable, then for sure, you'll be able to learn from our experiences and you'll become successful even faster than we did it, because we'll show you what to avoid and what to do. The last thing that you need is that you need to take action. Action is important. Action is getting started. When I joined Your Life, it costed me about $100. It was 9,900 shillings to start at that time. Today, it is a similar amount. It's 8,930, or you can do it with 7,360. These are options of joining. There are some people who join with slightly more money. Some people join with 40,000 shillings. But the bottom line is get in, get started. And then take that step of faith, get into Your Life. And I can promise you one thing. A year down the line, 2 years down the line, you'll be giving your story and people will be in awe with what you have achieved as far as your business and your life is concerned. Otherwise, guys, it was great talking to you. For the guests who are on the call, if you don't have the money, do what I did, borrow. I say borrow, beg, but don't steal. Sell something. We used to joke and say that if you don't have the money and you have a bed and a mattress, decide which one you can get rid of, sell it, and you'll buy a better bed and a better mattress. That's how serious your dreams can be. I borrowed the money from a friend of mine. I had 50% of the money. I borrowed 50%. When the guy wanted his money back, I told him, why don't you join Neo Life and we go on this journey together? So I paid for him, he topped up, I got my first distributor. So even you, if you don't have money, find a way to get it. And I can tell you one thing I learned in Neo Life. You either make money or you make excuses, but you cannot do both at the same time. If you're serious, you want to change your life, then you just have to do whatever it takes to get in and get started. If you feel this is not for you, then talk to the person who invited you. Start using our fantastic products, which will actually make you save a lot of money on your domestic budget and will actually prevent you from getting all these diseases. But my prayer is this, that you get in and buy for yourself and start changing other people's lives, even as you become wealthier, both in terms of health and also in terms of wealth. Thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure talking to you. Have a pleasant evening, and we'll be talking again next Saturday. Same time, we'll be having a presentation, and we'll be having different speakers. So karibuni sana. And just as I wrap up, tomorrow we have a session on fertility. Patricia talked about fertility at 5 o'clock in the health seminar. So karibuni sana. God bless you all. Have a good night.